Disease X, that's what it's being called. It's a mysterious illness and it is circulating in a remote part of Africa's DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo. So far, at least 376 cases have been reported. About 200 of them are among children younger than 5, and 79 people have died. These are the government figures. But some reports say that the actual numbers are much higher, more than 140 deaths. Yet no one knows how this disease spreads, what causes it. Some nations are taking proactive measures. Hong Kong, for instance, has tightened airport screenings. Japan has issued a travel advisory, and international health authorities are scrambling to find answers. This outbreak has renewed concerns about the next pandemic. So how worried should you be? Here's the report.
It all started on October 24th in the Kwango province of the Democratic Republic of Congo. The first patient fell ill. They displayed flu-like symptoms with fever, headache, cough, breathing difficulty and anemia. Soon, others followed. So far, at least 376 people have fallen sick. Out of this, about 200 are children younger than 5 years. At least 79 patients have died. That's the government figure, but as per some reports, at least 143 people have been killed, while dozens are falling sick. The disease remains a mystery. It's being called Disease X. It wasn't until December 1st that the national government was notified. Ever since, they have been scrambling to find answers.
It looks like a respiratory-type illness. I said, it looks like. We only received the alert 4 or 5 days ago, so don't think that in 4 or 5 days we can already identify the mode of transmission. Is it a waterborne disease? Is it a waterborne bacterium? Is it a cough-borne respiratory disease? I can't answer these questions yet.
We are really on maximum alert. We need to confirm through the diagnostics the suspicions around whether the unknown disease is a respiratory infection.
Testing is still underway, but it's a race against time. And while the disease is circulating in remote Congo, the entire nation is on alert.
The teams are engaged, and when we have the diagnostic results, we can better deal with the situation, steer our interventions, because for now there is no precise diagnosis. It's hard to say whether it is a viral or bacterial illness, but we hope that in the next 24 to 48 hours the lab tests will tell us.
International health authorities like the World Health Organization are desperate to find answers as well. Some countries are taking precautions. Hong Kong has tightened health screenings at the airport for visitors arriving from Johannesburg and Addis Ababa. These are the 2 African transit hubs that ferry travelers from the DRC. Japan is also on alert. Their foreign ministry has advised people against unnecessary travel to the region affected by the outbreak. While many questions remain unanswered, this outbreak has renewed concerns of the emergence of a new pathogen. It may have the potential to spread across the world. We could witness a new pandemic just a few years after the Wuhan virus forced countries to shut down borders and brought entire nations to a standstill. So, should you be worried? When it comes to Disease X, no one is sure yet. Researchers claim they will have an idea in a few days when the test reports finally come. They are tracking the outbreak. But international scientists also say that the possibility of a pandemic is always there.
Today, the greatest risk of global catastrophe doesn't look like this. Instead, it looks like this. If anything kills over 10 million people in the next few decades, it's most likely to be a highly infectious virus rather than a war. Now, part of the reason for this is that we have invested a huge amount in nuclear deterrence, but we've actually invested very little in a system to stop an epidemic. We're not ready for the next epidemic. The failure to prepare could allow the next epidemic to be dramatically more devastating than Ebola. The best lessons, I think, on how to get prepared are, again, what we do for war. We need a medical reserve corps, lots of people who've got the training and background who are ready to go with the expertise. And then we need to pair those medical people with the military, taking advantage of the military's ability to move fast, do logistics, and secure areas. We need to do simulations, germ games, not war games, so that we see where the holes are. Finally, we need lots of advanced R&D in areas of vaccines and diagnostics. There are some big breakthroughs, like the adeno-associated virus, that could work very, very quickly. Now, I don't have an exact budget for what this would cost, but I'm quite sure it's very modest compared to the potential harm. The World Bank estimates that if we have a worldwide flu epidemic, global wealth will go down by over $3 trillion, and we'd have millions and millions of deaths. If we start now, we can be ready for the next epidemic.